It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Come on, chicken. Thank you. I was getting lonely up here. Good to see you all. Nice to have more people today. Well, what do you expect? It's Camellia City Flute Choir. They're famous in Sacramento. With their famous smiles. They can't smile while they're playing the flute, unfortunately. But we smile while they're playing the flute. That's the way that works. Why are they famous? Well, Camellia City Flute Choir started, I don't know, 15 years ago, 20 years ago? In 1998. They started, and I don't know, a few years after that, I found out about them. And I wanted them here so you could enjoy them. And they love having you enjoy them. Why are they so wonderful and amazing? The first time I heard them, I had to do a double take, because ever since I was a little kid, my ears ran my life. Everything that was sounding very special, I was very attracted to it. So when they first came here, there was a sound I had never heard before. Yes, I'd heard flutes before. We've all heard flutes. But a flute choir with contrabass, tenor flutes, alto flutes, normal orchestral flutes, piccolos, all in one ensemble. You can see some rather unusually bent flutes up there, can't you? Those are is that the contra? Contra. And so there's only a handful of choirs in the entire United States that has a compass of variety of flutes like this. And there's no other choir can sound the way they sound, because we have that bass foundational sound. It's amazing. I won't talk about it. I want you to hear it, of course. So we are so appreciative of Camellia City Flute Choir, and it would not be possible without the very creative efforts of the director, Marty Melicherek. He is amazing, and he has arranged most of today's music. His career changed radically, and now he is loving his music life, and we're loving his music. So please welcome Marty Melicherek and Camellia City Flute Choir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to introduce the first piece of our program. As many of you know, today is Pearl Harbor Day. And our first piece on the program is going to be the Naval Hymn. And this is in honor of those who passed away or were killed in Pearl Harbor many, many years ago. We hope you enjoy this. This is oftentimes played at ceremonies that are associated with the Navy. Today we have we're dedicating our program today. This last week we lost one of our members of our flute choir, and in honor of her we are dedicating our program today. But you will also notice over the side here there's an instrument without a player. And oftentimes in musical groups we honor our fallen comrades in a performance of the Nimrod, or in this case, our program, in honor of our Sue Geddes, who passed away a week ago. Thank you.
If you picked up a program, you noticed that the first piece is called Sound the Trumpet. And if you look carefully, you don't see any trumpets. But we have piccolos. Dr. Malacheric has arranged the first 5 pieces that we have are all his arrangements. He has arranged the sound the trumpets and just listen for the piccolos. You don't even have to listen, you'll hear them. After that, we're going to do one called Venite Adoremus. You may know it as O Come All Ye Faithful. It's a special arrangement of O Come All Ye Faithful. And that will be followed by what's the third one? Of course, the Nutcracker Suite. The Nutcracker Suite. No Christmas program is complete without something from Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Suite. So those are the first 3 of our program today. Me. Hello, I'm back. For the next piece, we're going to play a piece that was written at the Paris Conservatory. There was a festival every year at that conservatory, and different composers on the staff would write a short piece for people to sight read as an entrance to the conservatory. And this is called Morceau de Concord. It's a short piece written to listen just very quickly, and our soloist is someone who has been with this group for over 12 years. Irene Warshauer is our soloist on Morceau de Concord. After that, we'll play Christmas Day, which is by Gustav Holst. Many composers liked to take some of the Christmas carols and weave them into their own creations. You'll hear several of those today. But this was the Christmas Day, his special gift for Christmas.
Our program wouldn't be complete if we didn't introduce you to the unusual instruments that we have in our ensemble. And what I'd like to do today is we're going to give you a sample of what each of them sound like, and then after we're done with this demonstration, then we're going to play a piece, a low flute piece, which just specializes in the altos, the basses, and the contras. So first of all, let's introduce the biggest instruments in our ensemble, which are the contrabass flutes. If there were some discs on the end, we'd see them at the gym, I suspect. But we're going to start on one note and go down to our very lowest note. So here we go. So that's our lowest instrument, and then our tenor instruments are our bass flutes. And for a long time, flute choirs didn't have these larger instruments, and so we really were missing the lower bass sound. So our bass flutes were the mainstay for a long period of time. So that's kind of what they sound like. And then we have what's known as the alto flutes. And we'll hold those up so that you can see them. So you notice some of them have straight heads and some of them have curved heads, and it sort of depends on how long your arms are, whether you get one or the other. So let's go ahead. Nice, beautiful, low sound. So, and then we get to the standard C flutes, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. And finally, we weren't expecting a solo. Anyway, and then finally we have our two piccolos, and we're going to demonstrate the gliding piccolos tonight, or this afternoon. Here we go. And they decided they didn't want to show you the highest pitches, so we'll pass on those today.
Well, now that you know about all of the instruments, every concert, it seems these days, has a heavy metal band. And with all the rock concerts. Well, we have our own heavy metal composition that we're going to play. This is a jazz arrangement of the song Greensleeves. Most of you know that. It was arranged for flute choir by Allie Ryerson. She's a well-known jazz flutist. So you will recognize Greensleeves perhaps in some new sleeves. It's all the lower flutes. That'll be followed by a patchwork Christmas. This composition was written by Darlene Dugan, who was one of the originators of the idea of flute choirs. She was a flute teacher and professor in Michigan, and she realized that with only 2 orchestra places and positions for flutes in this country, all the symphonies, that many of her flute students didn't have a place to play. So she started, and as far as we know, the flute choirs. She pulled together choirs and did some arrangements. This one is one of hers, and it's Patchwork Christmas. You'll notice that many of the composers like to do one choral choir number against another. And this one has Noel in a manger, a song of joy, and joy on deck. As you listen to each one, see if you can figure out where the joy is and where's the deck. We have two more compositions that are arrangements of Christmas carols you may know. The first is called A Christmas Greeting by Elgar, and the second is called Pat a Carol by a flutist whose name is Nishimura. For our final two numbers, we're going to play Pat a Carol by Judy Nishimura and Our Wish for You. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I should be sure I give credit. The arrangement of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas is done by one of our contrabass players, Martha Huey.
Do you have time for one short piece? Yes. Do you have one more piece? Anyway, before we leave, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you so much for coming to our afternoon concert. It's a great pleasure always to perform in the Westminster Presbyterian Sanctuary. The acoustics are just amazing. And they amplify the sound of our flute choir in ways that other venues just can't. And we'd like to thank Brad for the many years of inviting us to be part of this musical program and series. We certainly enjoy it, and we hope that we can come back again sometime soon. The last piece we'd like to play for you is our encore piece, Flight of the Bumblebee.
Boy, you put us in the mood. We are now in the Christmas spirit. We are officially launched. Thank you for all that delicious seasonal music, etc. Marty, we couldn't do it without you. Your creativity continues full force, and we look forward to more of it next year. Thank you, Mary Reed, for your articulate explanations and announcements. And thank you, Martha Uhe, for that lovely arrangement. Thank you. We wish you also a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, a healthy New Year. Glad that you're together and working hard and not giving up in all of the crises we've had. So thanks for sticking together. You're very special for us and for your community. Thanks for all that you do. And we have 2 more concerts this year. Next week will be Chantusa, a lovely women's choir under the direction of the rather famous William Zinn, who is a fantastic artist at the Baton. So come and enjoy that next week. And the final week, which is the week of, well, it will be on the 21st, will be small ensembles. We'll have some jazz ensembles, we'll have organ, we'll have some classics, we'll have harp, we'll have guitar, we'll have some vocal solos, we'll have handbells as well. So that's our salute to Christmas from Westminster. Hope to see you then. Have a great week. Thanks.
have